We know that you are prone to burning yourself out when you are in that state of feeling overwhelmed, feeling really stressed. You feel like your body's in overdrive, like your mind is very overstimulated. You have this very go, go, go mentality, and you always feel like you're being rushed. And oh my God, when you are in this state, is it overwhelming until one day you find yourself not even being able to get out of bed or too tired to do anything, and you feel like your mind is burnt to a crisp. And you have burned yourself out. Now, I've been studying different topics of neuroscience and the power of mind for over 6 years now. And what I found is that your mind can only get into that state of burnout in one specific brainwave state. And if we can avoid getting into this brainwave state and we can practice regulating ourselves into these more calm and focused brainwave states, you can throughout your day stay relaxed, stay in the flow, stay very present, be much more efficient and productive, by the way, and not feel overwhelmed and not feel scatter-minded. So let's get into what this brainwave state is, how to know you're in it, and how to train your mind out of it. So make sure you stay until the end so that you can never experience burnout again in your life. What's up? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train your minds to make their daydreams your real daily lives. Oh, and I'm excited to be back recording videos. If you have yet to sign up for our free 5-day bootcamp, don't miss out because we train your mind to turn a desire into reality in 5 days or less with exclusive teachings, 2 killer brain trainings, and an amazing private community. So the link will be in the description below. Give a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Now, when I was 21 years old, I was working 2 jobs as an EMT in the medical field and also in the restaurant industry, waiting tables and bartending. I was working over 60 hours a week while I was in school full-time towards nursing school. I was not sleeping. I was binge drinking all the time, and I was burnt out to a crisp. And it wasn't until I started to dive into the teachings of neuroscience and the power of the mind, simply because it genuinely interested me, was when I started to realize, oh, I was operating in this really high and overwhelmed brainwave state all of the time. And that is what caused me to burn myself out. Now, yes, we're going to look at the neuroscience of you causing yourself to burn out, but also we're going to look at the quantum physics of the energetics behind this, because when you are in this brainwave state, when you are in this energy of feeling rushed, of feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you have so much to do, what circumstances do you think you are creating for yourself? More circumstances that are going to make you feel more rushed, more overwhelmed, and more stressed out. And so that is what I was creating for myself. And now this brainwave state is called high beta. And how Dr. Joe Dispenza describes it is when you are operating in high beta, it's like you are driving on the freeway with your foot slammed on the gas pedal, with your car in the first gear. So you're revving on overdrive. And it's actually really unhealthy for your brain. It causes a lot of damage to your brain to be lingering in that state. And unfortunately, so many people linger in that state, and I did for many, many years. So we know this state of what we now can label as high beta is this rushed, overwhelmed, mind is in 13 different directions at once of just thinking of the different things you have to do. This brainwave state actually communicates to your body, because your mind and body are constantly working together, communicates to your body to enter survival mode. It's saying, oh, we're in danger. Even though the danger is your to-do list, oftentimes, this is what our minds and bodies are experiencing it as. And so when our bodies enter this fight or flight state, that's when you feel your heart rate go up, your muscles tense, your body actually takes the blood away from your brain so that it can move it to your heart so that you can literally run. This is your survival mechanism so that you can literally run from the perceived danger. Now, obviously, we are not physically running from our to-do list or whatever it is that's making you feel this rushed or stressed or overwhelmed feeling. But this is how our bodies are responding. And it actually really decreases your ability to make logical decisions or decisions that are actually going to benefit you. And so you end up making choices and decisions that end up putting you further into the state. And you are just continuing to rev yourself down this deep hole. Now, since we know the mind and body correlation, in order to get yourself out of that high beta, okay, we pretty much know what this high beta state feels like. If this is something that you experience on a day-to-day basis, you need to start practicing training your mind to be in a more regulated state. The states that we would ideally like to be in throughout our day are low beta, right? So we have the high beta, that's the overdrive, that's the foot all the way down on the gas pedal. We have mid beta is where you're excited, it's where you're energized, right? You have this energy going. And it can be like a little bit of anxious energy, but not too much, where you're like moving and active. Then we have low beta, where you're most likely quiet, you're focused, you're working. And then we have alpha. This is your creative mind. This is like when you're out in nature or you're daydreaming and using that creative side of yourself, having more of like that inner experience. And so it's healthy for our brains to be in that alpha and that lower beta range. And so this is what we want to practice. This is what we want to train your mind into. Because if your mind is simply in the habit, right? Our bodies and mind love cycles. If your mind is in the habit of staying in these healthy brainwave states, you're not going to experience these symptoms that cause you to burn yourself out. What burns yourself out is that foot on the gas pedal, that overdrive. It's pushing your body into that overdrive. That is what causes you to burn out. If you're just sitting down and you're focused and you're in your creative state and you're flowing through that every day and you're just living your life being in a calm and relaxed state, you're not going to burn yourself out. There is no chance for you to get burned out. And when you are in that energy, you are going to then be an energetic match to being more in flow, being more relaxed, and your circumstances around you are going to drastically change. And this is the quantum physics. This is the science behind the law of attraction. Okay, so we're working at two different aspects here. You need to everyday practice being in those regulated brainwave states, regulating your nervous system. And so this can be like deciding to sit down every morning before you start, because often it is like work that tends to burn people out. And since we have a lot of entrepreneurs here, I want to speak to the entrepreneurial side of like before you start your work, regulate yourself. Sit down and slow your breathing for like, set a timer for like 15 minutes. I just started working with a new private client, and this is something that she's really struggling with. And I have her for right now setting a timer twice a day for only 15 minutes each. And in that time, we put on either alpha or theta brainwave music in the background. You can find it free on YouTube. And for 15 minutes, while listening to this brainwave music that helps to lower your brainwave states into these more relaxed states, you are slowing your breathing. You are communicating to your mind, and you are communicating to your body that it is safe to relax, that it is safe to let go, that you are no longer in survival, and that you no longer have to physically run. It's funny when we think about like how the body is really corresponding our like just mental things as physical danger. But we're communicating to our body and our minds that like, we're good, we're safe, we can relax, we can be focused, we can be in the flow. I don't have to rush to do what I need to do. I don't have to be overwhelmed. And you are most likely going to notice, if you are someone who has experienced this high beta state, very often you're going to notice when you sit down and set this timer and focus on your breath and actually do this, please. Don't just like watch these videos and think, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Put in the work. Put in the work of training your mind. You're going to notice when you sit down and do this, you're most likely going to have thoughts of like a thought come up. Oh, I need to do this, right? And then you're going to notice it. Okay, bring myself back to focusing on my breath. And then a pang of anxiety. Oh, I forgot to get back to this email from the other day. Okay, gonna calm the body down, calm the mind, bring my attention back to my breath. Oh, what about this thing that you forgot about the other day? Okay, I'm gonna calm down, bring myself back to my breath, calm my mind, calm my body. You see how your body is wired to, I have this, that, this. There's so many things that I need to focus on to survive, right? It's like that knee-jerk like reaction. We're training the mind and body out of that. And this is such a healthy state to be in, because most likely for the majority of us, we don't need to be running for our survival every day. And when you can stay in this calm and regulated state, you can actually make the decisions that are going to allow you to be more efficient, be more productive, do less and achieve more. You're going to be in that energy where you just attract these circumstances that allow you to do less and achieve more. But you have to train your mind and body to be in this state. Your brain is like a muscle. And just like you go to the gym and work out your muscles, if you don't exercise your brain, how the hell do you ever expect to be strong-minded, to not crack under pressure, to instead hold your ground very confidently and calmly when things outside of you seem to get chaotic? How the hell are you ever going to get a hold of those negative thoughts that can be pretty mean to you sometimes, and instead get to a place where you're constantly creating opportunities for yourself and magnetizing amazing offers because you're now seeing life through the lens of possibility rather than scarcity? And this is why in my program in Unleash Your Life, all of my students get taken through modules where we learn to really regulate the nervous system, where we learn to really clear out the mind and create this sense of inner clarity, inner strength, so that you can hold the success without burning yourself out, without the self-sabotage. And the other business mentors might tell you that, oh, just take a rest day and then you'll be fine, just get back to it. They might tell you to use a specific strategy, but these things are not going to make you feel any better if you do not change your internal state, your energy, your state of mind first. It's what's within is what creates without. It's your energy is what creates the energy of the results that you get. And you have to train your mind to reach those states of feeling that ease in your day, waking up and being able to wake up at any time. Like I think I woke up at 9 a.m. today, like not even stressing about needing to wake up super early. I like waking up early, but it's not a big deal if I don't, because I have this flow in my day, because I get to create my reality. I don't need to be hustle, hustle, hustle and stay in this overdrive mode to create what I want. And although I'm taking action, yes, the energy in which I'm taking action in is one of relax, is one of in flow, is one of maybe excited and motivated. And I catch myself, because I'm human, okay? I catch myself when my mind goes into that state of, oh my God, wait, I want to do this, I want to do that, thinking about this thing, need to get back to that email, right? I notice when I feel that scatteredness and I bring myself back down, train myself back down. So implement these practices and watch your life transform. If you got to this point of the video, leave a brain emoji in the comment section below so I know who made it to this point. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe and hit that bell button if you want to see more content like this. Share this with a friend and I will see you in the next video.